Good morning. It is my last day of work before Christmas. I'm finding it really hard to fit in time for writing right now. I think that the fact that we're hosting my parents for a week and we're hosting my husband's whole family for Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So there's going to be 9 adults and 4 children, and Kirby, of course. Means that there's a ton of stuff to do, a ton of stuff to prep. My head is just like overflowing with to-do lists. I've got things around the house that need to be cleaned, things around the house that need to be finished, food that needs to be prepped. I had to make the schedule for Christmas Day and Boxing Day for the oven. And then I've got my work to-do list on top of that. I've got so many things to do today before I finish, and I have a day full of calls as well. And it's making it really, really hard to slip into that creative zone. I work really hard to create a lot of balance in my life and to try to containerize the different things in my life and systemize it so that my brain knows at any given time what it's supposed to be doing, what it's supposed to be focused on, and it makes it a lot easier to be present for those things. Like, yes, it takes additional time up front to set up those systems, but it means that when I'm in it, I'm more present, I'm more focused, and I feel better afterward. I feel like it was more productive. And when everything starts to get muddled like this, things start to fall away, and writing can sometimes be one of the things that falls away. And over the last few days, it's been really, really hard to slip into that creative mode. But I also think I need to keep perspective of the fact that I'm really fortunate. I get to spend Christmas surrounded by people that I love and people that love me, and preparing for that and getting to host that in my space, somewhere that's comfortable to me and somewhere that I'm really proud of all the work I've put into it over the last year and a half. I think that's such a privilege, and I don't want to lose sight of that. So I'm trying to be gentle with myself, but I do want to write, and I do feel the effects when I'm not writing. So today's my last day of work for Christmas. I'm going to see my publisher tomorrow. And then the day after that is my last day before my parents come. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit off because I'm going up to London, but then I should be back sort of early evening. So have a normal as possible evening tomorrow, which does mean writing both of those days. And then on Wednesday, my intention is just to let myself chill as much as possible that day, because everything around the house should be done. The shopping will all be done. And I can just let myself slip into the Christmas spirit a little bit, maybe do a little bit of writing, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. So let's see what we can do about having a normal-ish day and not letting the fervor of what's going on sort of take over. so I am back from, not only back from London, it's the next day, sorry. It was a very busy day yesterday. It was so lovely though. It was actually the first time I was getting to meet my editor in person. I have a really good relationship with my publisher because it's someone that I used to work with, but my actual editor, I had never met her in person before. We'd only ever talked over email and the phone. So it was so lovely, and another member of the team was available and wanted to come hang out as well. So we all went to lunch together at this amazing Lebanese restaurant, and they're just the loveliest people. So we had a really good time. Emma and Jenny, if you're watching, hello, it was so nice to meet you. And we talked about Summer Wedding, which is coming out in March. We talked about what I'm working on now, and when we were talking about Project Gilbert, there were a lot of really good things that we talked through. I talked about some of the struggles that I've been having with like making book 2 feel really distinct, and like the concept of a trilogy is quite difficult when you're looking at romance, because people are reading romance for the romance, and if you drag a romance out over 3 books without some sort of like epic backdrop to it, then that's quite frustrating for the reader. But also if you have these like filler romances, that can be quite frustrating. So we were talking through the mechanics of that and what it might look like to make some changes to what I'm doing. So there are potentially some big changes coming to Project Gilbert that, like all of the big changes so far, seem quite daunting, but also quite exciting because I think that they would make a really positive difference. So I just need to like process it a little bit more. I'll make a video in the new year where I talk about what I decide to do and like what the feedback was, but I'm feeling really good. I just want to like think through it on my own a little bit before I try to verbalize it. So we're ending the year there. I've only just started out, but already I'm loving so much creating these videos for you. So I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you'll stick around for more in the new year. I do have a lot of videos recorded and edited and scheduled that are coming out over the next week or so that I'm really excited about. So be sure to hit subscribe if you don't want to miss any of that. And whatever you're celebrating this winter, I hope that you have a lovely one, and that you're surrounded by people that you love and who love you, and that you feel just all of the warmth this holiday season. Thank you so much for being here and for watching along. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.